Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Dumela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. It is time for a tarot reading. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. Beautiful beings, we trust you are well. Let's see what's coming through. As always, thank you for the likes, the comments. It's so lovely to hear from you and to hear how these messages relate to you, how they resonate, how they coincide with your life experience. So thank you so much for sharing. We read all the comments, of course. So thank you so much, and thank you for the shares. Thank you for the donations, those of you who are donating such a precious gift and really assist us at this time to bring this work forth. And of course, thank you to everybody who book one-on-one sessions with us. It is wonderful and always such an enriching experience to really dive deeply into the soul journeys with you on such a personal and intimate level. So thank you so much for allowing us that space. Let us see what is coming through. Lots of gratitude and love for each and every single one of you. You are doing so well. You really are. And it is Leo season. We'll be doing the Leo season readings this week. Be open. Express you completely. The Lionsgate portal opening on the 28th of July. A lot of energies coming through for the existence light codes. It is time for us to exist fully, express ourselves fully. The solar plexus Leo energy. How do you present yourself? This world, this life is your stage. We believe Shakespeare wrote that once. This world, this life is your stage. And you are the main player, the main actor, the main actress, the main lead, the lead character in this play of yours. And the only way the different settings, the props, the experiences can honor your script, your storyline, your music, your truth is by you being that lead character, by you existing. Remember, everything exists for you as you exist. When you exist, your desires are there, born of your existence. And it's time for you to now live a path, a reality, an experience which honors you. For we are truly to learn. Okay, so we learn so much from the spirit realm, right? From spirit, when we close our eyes and we meditate and we pray and we connect, we learn so much knowledge, so much wisdom is found from those inner spaces. And Source would like to offer you a chance to learn just as deeply, just as profoundly through the physical experience, by allowing the physical to take the shape of the Source you are. Thus the physical manifests in the expression of you. So when you are interacting and engaging in the physical, you are learning about you because the physical is mirroring you. The physical always mirrors you. So you're always learning about yourself. But should you be creating absent yourself, you're learning about the absence of you. Everything you're experiencing is the mask of you, the illusion of you. It's what you are aligning with. So should you align with Source, with you, with your highest frequency, which is your truth, your source, your innermost being, and allow the physical to take shape of that. You are also the physical. So your physical vessel, your personality, the way you speak, the way you present yourself, everything now aligning with the Source, being the Source, expressing the Source you are, you finally discover how your Source looks like in physical. That is what you are meant to do here. That is why we are here. The discovery of you. You're here to learn. How does my soul look like in this physical form? And the only way you can allow that is by you not deciding, but rather discovering. By you not clinging on to the known, but allowing yourself to surrender to the unknown. For to discover you is to allow the discovery, which means it is unknown. That is how you discover something. You do not know it existed, and yet, boom, there it becomes, there it emerges, there it comes to the surface of your consciousness, of your experiencing. And it's time that you experience you completely in your authenticity. Okay, we are ready. Okay. We were shuffling, these cards fell. Look at this, the King of Wands. Just as we're speaking, this Leo energy, you taking charge, you leading the divine masculine now in the image of Source, the image of the truth of you. You finally discovering and leading your life and weaving and creating and acting and actioning in the frequency of the Source you are. Okay, let's begin again. There we go. And at the center of the read, the Four of Cups. Time for you receiving from the unknown. Time for you to receive, to discover you. Time for you to receive something. Release the outcome and receive your destiny, receive your paths, receive your golden opportunities, receive your existence at this time. Five of Wands within. Do not hold yourself back. Do not fight against the new. Look at this, the King of Cups without. Beautiful energies. Below we have the Queen of Wands. Step into your highest self and create from there. The divine feminine within the fire, alchemy. And above we have the Knight of Wands. More fire energy in this Leo season coming through. And at the base, look, the Ten of Pentacles. Yes. Yes, and we're going to also, following that is the Three of Swords, and we're going to take that because that is quite powerful with this combination. The Ten of Pentacles is the overall energy. Yes, this is you finally aligning from to your destiny. So look, what you're receiving from source, from the unknown, from the physical realm is now of you, of source, is of your destiny. So it's time for you to receive stable relationships, stable co-creation, stable opportunities, because it's born of source. What you're receiving is now laying the foundation to your legacy, to this lifetime and other lifetimes. You're now creating in accordance to your destiny, that which your source was born, exists to manifest, exists to discover, that which is the frequency of your source in the physical realm. It's time for you at this time. You are stepping into your destiny. You're aligning to your destiny. You're living in your destiny. You are emerging. You are shifting to a reality of your destiny. You're receiving your destiny. You're receiving the reality of your destiny. You're receiving the opportunities, the experiences, the co-creations, the relationships, the experiences, the existence of your destiny, of your stability, of your highest frequency. And as you receive these beautiful things, there's a divine healing with the Three of Swords coming in, where now finally all the swords are taken out of your heart. The sword of illusion, of lies, of deception, of obligation, of programming, of conditioning, of culture, tradition, religion, whatever it is, the information you were given at birth, all the structure and the rigidity and the ways you had to be, the human morality, all of those things that you were conditioned to when you were growing up, that this is the way you have to be, this is the way you have to present yourself, this is what love means, this is what abundance means, this is the way to success. So all of those ways of imprisonment, each bar of your prison finally being removed from your heart space, that now you love the being you are as you are. Now you allow the being you are as you feel as you are. Now you simply allow yourself, you fall in love with the being you are, the frequency you are. You don't shy away from you. You open yourself with vulnerability to source and allow source to find you, to see you. Thus source manifests your destiny in the clarity of you. You do not hold yourself back. You don't let other people's versions of your destiny be what you're creating. You're finally freeing your heart of the imprisonment, the enslavement of egoic human conditioning. And you're finally liberating yourself to your destiny. Glorious, 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 glorious. And Source is saying within the Five of Wands, don't second guess and question and doubt what you are receiving from Source. And when we mean by question is, of course, be curious. You want to be curious and understand more. But what Source is asking by the questioning is, you are meant to discover that which you are. So for you to always be, but how is it going to look, Source? Source is saying, we don't know. We can't keep telling you how it's going to look like, because you're meant to discover how it looks like when it manifests as you step into the energy. We, You're the King of Cups energy in the physical. In the physical, we are guiding you intuitively. We are saying, that feels like love. That feels like a good opportunity. That feels like a good person. That feels like this energy. Yes, do this. Yes, do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Yes, do that. Yes, do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. And when we say no, we're not denying anything from you. We're simply saying that path isn't for you. That path is of resistance. That path is of easy come, easy go. That path is not, it's not the 10 of Pentacles path. That path of no, it has more swords. You don't see the swords right now, but trust that path. We're saying no because in the end it's going to leave a bitterness in your mouth. You're not going to be happy with it. So when we say no, yes, we know it looks great. Yes, we know it looks shiny. Yes, it looks like a gold opportunity, but you're receiving a no from us. Intuitively you feel no. That's because we're saying trust that path. In the long term, in the long run, not for you. You're just going to be disappointed at all the work you've put in and amounted to nothing. And when you say the yes, it's your destiny. Yes, it's your destiny. Even though you might not see it, you might be puzzled how. Source is saying trust, just step into it and you will see it manifest. Okay. That's what we mean by questioning. When we stayed in the guest house before we moved to this beautiful space and we had to move out, and we asked Source, okay, so should we look for a place? Should we ask, how are we going to move? And Source said, no, we don't know. You will know when you discover it. When you manifest it, you will know. And we said, but Source, that's not a human way. We need to plan. We need to save for a deposit for the rent. We need to get things structured. We need to search and feel the energy of the house. We need to look and see. And Source is saying, we need you to release needing the knowing in order for you to be at ease. We need you to simply be at ease and allow the ease of you within to manifest the knowing. So we released and we surrendered, and Source led us to a beautiful path where we are here. And yes, it's aligned to our destiny, because every experience here we've had with our housemate, with the space, has been aligned and destined and beautiful and stable. Okay, so it's time for you to really just trust what you are intuitively feeling, what you're guided to, intuition. And every path you're being led to at this time is a path which guarantees your love, your nurture, your comfort, your tending to, your stability, your security. That is why you are being led to these paths. And yes, don't fight it, because it might be a path that asks you to leave certain people who you have come accustomed to, who you've come to know as people who you intended to be in your life forever. But Source is saying it's time for you to shift to different energies, different people, different experiences, different social circles, different opportunities, different places, different locations. Yes, it might seem like a leap for us to ask you to take that job, go do that, go apply for that job, and thinking that I don't want to go there. Source, trust. Source is saying trust, feel it. How does it feel? Don't think about it, because when you think about it, you're thinking, But when you feel it, what does it feel? Go with the feeling. Because we're leading you to the feeling. And then as you step into the feeling, it'll manifest. And as it manifests, let the manifestation be what you then observe in your mind, which is wonderful. Because right now you are judging the experience, you're judging the place, judging the opportunity, judging the person, according to your mind, according to the past, according to egoic, according to constructs, which don't serve you. But you just feel intuitively, you can feel, yes, I don't know, Source, I am not skilled at that job. I don't have any knowledge of that space, but you are asking me to go there. I can feel it. Feels good. It feels like an adventure. Okay, let's go and let's step into there. And before you know it, boom, you're receiving so much wisdom, because your Source knows everything you need to know is already within you. You have done that job perhaps in past lives. Maybe the way it manifests in the physical is a way you've mastered when you were in another galaxy, another planet, another universe. And Source is saying, trust, when you step into there, all that knowledge is going to just pour through you, and it's going to be so quick for you to catch up and to learn. What takes people 6 years to learn, you're going to learn it in a month. You're just going to literally adapt to the job so quickly. It's going to be crazy. People around you are going to be amazed at how quickly you're getting the things when it took them ages to get it right, because it's just part of your destiny. So trust where Source is leading you. Don't receive and try to understand how you're going to do it or how it's going to fit in. That's what causes the disharmony. Again, we will always say this. Imagine a caterpillar or a moth. A caterpillar, yes, being told it's going to turn into a moth or a butterfly. It can't conceive it. Instead, those beautiful beings have to trust, and they go through a metamorphosis, and before you know it, they become the butterfly, they become the moth. and everything makes sense when they step into the manifestation of that creature, of that new winged being. And it's time for you to trust what you receive without having to slot it in to make sense. Trust what you receive and just go with it. And go with it and see what happens. Okay. Because what you're being guided to at the bottom here, the Queen of Wands, also saying, look, what you are receiving here below in the physical, in the root chakra, stability, your highest self, the Queen of Wands. These are opportunities, relationships, co-creations, experiences which reflect your source. That is what we mean by your highest self, your source, your truth, your existence, your authentic presence, your authentic being is your highest frequency because it resonates within love, and love is the highest frequency of creation. So this is you now actioning and receiving only that which aligns to your existence, to your truth, to your destiny. And you're intuitive here. You're intuitive here. You do not need to know beforehand. You will receive the knowing, the wisdom as you flow. You're just intuitively taking the action, following the steps. You're asked to flow with source as you're receiving this guidance, as you're receiving this beautiful information, this guidance, to flow with source, to be intuitive, to just go. And it's fast moving energy. So this is you just moving without analyzing, overthinking. You're just going. And people will be asking, what are you doing? I have no idea. It just feels good. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to make sense to you or me. It just feels good. But how are you going to plan? I don't need a plan. I receive the plan. Okay. But then how are you going to, you have to structure, you have to budget. I don't need a budget. I simply receive the budget. No, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. But you have to plan. You have to have structure. You have to, I really just need to follow source, and source is all the plan and the structure that's ever needed. But how are you going to know for sure? I don't need to know for sure. I simply have certainty. I simply have divine certainty. Source is all the security I need, all the insurance, all the validation, all that I need. And that is all I am being now, source. Thus, everything I need will be. I'll receive the plan, I'll receive the support, I'll receive the resources, I'll receive the structure, I'll receive everything when I simply follow the path of source without limiting how it manifests with thought, with definition, with structure. I no longer limit my power by needing it to make sense to human understanding. And it's not to belittle humans, but it's to understand that source is beyond humanity, and to stop limiting source energy to the limits of humanity. This is a medium of creation, a medium of expression of the profound source you are, not to be a limitation or a restriction, but a fluidity, a freedom that can take the shape of the limitless, abundant, and powerful source you are. And it's a beautiful time where you are aligning to this frequency like never before. And yes, it is a bit unknown and confusing and uncertain. You're exactly where you need to be. For that is where you release yourself of limiting the power you are, but rather allowing yourself to discover it. Freeing your soul, freeing this physical realm to take the shape of the love you are, for you to discover and get to know and understand the love you are as it manifests, and you get to play within the manifestation of the divine, abundant, powerful, magical, beautiful love you are. Blessed,